Alright guys, augments time. So after yesterday's video, y'all saw the Queen Elizabeth stuff. Have fun with that. We have two new augments today that I want to talk about. We have the Maya's augment and the SIMS augment. So those are really peculiar to talk about. Let's get right into it. So I went ahead and made both of them. I have like 300,000 coins saved up. So I was like, I'm just going to spend it. I mean, we have an event coming up this Thursday, so I'll have time. I can get all the coins back. It's not a problem. Anyways, though, we have Maya's gear right here. Tria's Streams Heaven White Scarf. That's the actually I like that name. I don't think I've ever seen a word like that. Tria Streama. Interesting. Anyways, though, the stats are gonna be 25 torpedoes and 5 hits, or 20 hit. My bad. I think it's max. Wow, I rolled a max. Wait, did I roll max? Oh, I rolled max already. Interesting. Wow, first try. So these are the stats you get at +10, and the mod effect is increase this ship's anti-air slot efficiency by 10% and grants her a special anti-air gun during combat. I mean, that's okay. I think IJN has like terrible anti-air to begin with, so you wouldn't want to run IJN, but if you like Maya, you want to run Maya, go ahead. She has a little bit of a boost now for anti-air, so slightly better, I guess, more defensive. So that's pretty nice. But the skill upgrade, though, the first skill, Myriad Knights. Increase the ship's anti-air by 100%, reload by 35%, changes the ship's torpedo spread angle, and 10 seconds after the battle starts, when the ship fires her torpedoes, 100% chance to fire another wave of torpedoes, increase the ship's evasion by 15% for 10 seconds, or 6 seconds between 10-second cooldowns. So a lot of people, especially yesterday when I was on stream or whatever, said this is actually really good. Now here's the thing. I think right now, when it comes to torpedoes, especially if you're playing IGN, there is a lot of competitors for good torpedoers for IGN. We have Shimakaze, Ayanami, I think Jinsu was on there as well too. You can do some meme stuff with Tanakaze as well too. Like, there's actually a lot of options you can do when it comes to IGN torpedoes. I remember for a while, if you guys remember back in the old days, like Ibuki was pretty good for a while for torpedoing. Like, she was another solid option for torpedoes. So this is actually quite a stacked lineup when you want to do torpedo stuff for Maya. I mean, getting a second wave of the torpedoes are actually really nice. I think this kind of mechanic will be kind of nice to have for things like, if you guys remember, I think it's like repulse meta, where you want to fire as many torpedoes as possible to get her shield debuffs down to do more damage. That could definitely be a thing. But overall, though, like, even with this upgrade, I feel like Maya's Kiss is very lacking. She was a World 8 ship. She came out very early. Now, Hood got an amazing buff for how old she is as a ship. That's true. But as a Vanguard ship, especially back then, there's a lot of Vanguard ships that are very lacking back in the day. Most of them that you see now that are still used are pretty much there for their buffs, like Helena, Cleveland, Sirius. Overall, though, they do like very low damage. So I feel like even if she did get a nice augment, like 2 waves of torpedoes, the damage, you're better off just tossing like a Shimakaze, or like if you guys don't have Shimakaze, Naganami, Jinsu, Noshiro. Those are options as well too. I feel like those are much better options to have compared to just having Maya, who just basically offers this skill right here and an all-out assault. So, I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong. 2 waves of torpedoes is actually really good. Probably do some cool stuff with that by all means, especially with repulse meta, because of that mechanic she had that was really dumb, where you want to fire as many torpedoes as possible. But overall, though, I just think even with her gimmick, herself overall doesn't really contribute much to an overall fleet. So, I mean, if you want to run her, by all means, go for it. I believe if you guys are starting out, you guys don't have many like DPS ships. You guys got a Maya drop and rolled 8-4. Your early game player, and definitely invest into this for the time being. 2 waves of torpedoes really good. Good for just wave clearing. Good for doing some mediocre bossing damage for heavy armor and some medium armor stuff too. Overall, though, I think it's kind of lacking in places. The evasion is nice too. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I feel like if she had like way better stuff, let's say like 350, 400 torpedoes, that'd be really good. But that's asking too much for a heavy cruiser. So yeah, her efficiency slot. If we were to look at it, you can find it somewhere. Let's toss on some torpedoes real quick. Say yeah, we're running these right here. 170. So she has really high efficiency, right? I know some people talked about having high efficiency, and that is true. Like if we were to compare her to other DDs, like let's say Shimakaze or something. Now, I know it's a bad example because she's a UR ship. On same efficiency as Shimakaze, but here's the thing: Shimakaze has 609 torpedoes, whereas Maya here has like 240. Well, mine is not ringed and not 125, so probably like 280-ish or something like that. I don't think it's that bad. She has like good efficiency. It's just if you guys want like I guess a better survivability, a miniature Shimakaze without as much wave clearing and damage overall, can definitely suffice. It's been like how long now since Shimakaze's release? I want to say like 1.5 years now, so it's been a while. I don't think we're getting her anytime soon. Probably not for like many months. So I guess if you guys want to run her as like a mini Shimakaze, you can definitely do that. I'll say it's an alright though. I think it's a pretty good augment by all means. I just think Maya overall is just like pretty old ship. But hey man, if some people could probably work things out, by all means go for it. Right, the next ship we're going to talk about is SIMS. Now, I don't have a SIMS fully upgraded. I'll work on her eventually in the future, but I already made her augment already. It's a giant metal SIMS playtime. You get firepower 22, health 140, or 120, my bad. And the effect is frontmost position ship gets a slashing attack. As always, if you guys know what a slashing attack is for augments, you guys should be aware of this. The skill upgrade is increase this DD's firepower by 5%. Does not stack with artillery command skill. So if you guys see any of this right here, it does not stack with other ones. So it's unique to her. Every 10 seconds fires a level 10 or level 1. Let's be level 10, whatever. Level 1. Special barrage. Enemies hit by this barrage takes 15% more cannon damage from your DDs for 5 seconds. So once again, we have this cannon damage thing. Again, I think some people said it before, like we know what cannon damage is. Like some people said like it was the Royal Fortune or whatever. Again, I want to reiterate that this is something I'm not like super confident on. I want to say it's just main guns. If it's just main guns, 15% more damage from your DDs, it's like alright, I guess. I mean, campaign wise, I think a lot of people run DDs like Laffy, Z23. So early game augment for sim users can definitely run something with sims like Z23, Laffy for some more damage. 5 seconds is a very small frame, but every 10 seconds barrage proc. Pretty cool. Can probably get value from those Chinese DDs as well too. The DDGs can probably get value off that. Overall though, free stats, more health for her, can't go wrong with that. I say it's a very solid option for early game right now. The early game augments for this, or the augments for this time around is definitely aimed towards the early game. I think most augments are aimed towards early game, just like making ships like a little bit better. Sim overall, I don't think anyone's going to use her anywhere from like mid to up game or mid to like late game. But early game though definitely is worth considering if you guys use Z23 Laffy a lot, because I know a lot of people in this game that play Azur Lane when they first start off. Whenever I see a new account review or something, I see Laffy, I see Z23. If you guys want to run Sim though, that is definitely something to consider to give her a little bit, to give those two girls a little bit more damage, or their cannon damage. That's assuming cannon damage means main gun. I want to assume it is. If it's not, then throw that out the window. I'm not exactly sure what we can do with that. Then work with that. And Maya, I think she can be like a Ibuki slash Ayanami, just not as good as them, but will suffice for the time being until you get those actual ships. An augment that's pretty nice by all means. Double torpedo is very nice for wave clearing. And get those mechanic stuff for like repulse meta whenever she comes back. And overall, those just, let's just say that the Atago, I think they're Atago sisters, the dog sisters. There can be a lot to be worked on for these girls. A lot of them, or all of them, are lacking nowadays compared to a lot of heavy cruisers. But then again, IGN wasn't known for heavy cruisers. Their heavy cruisers are kind of lacking. Like, look at this option right here, like Ibuki. All these options right here are heavy cruisers except Azuma because she's a large cruiser. I wouldn't consider like to be really, really good options. I mean, Shikuma is pretty okay-ish. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't call them like god tier. So having a little bit of an upgrade from Maya can go a long way. I do say she does need this a lot. I say all these girls need augments right now, but Maya getting hers, this is a good one. I don't think it's amazing, like amazing, but definitely is a good one to have for early game players just like Sims. So that's all I want to say for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching as always, and stay tuned for next video. I'm out of here.